to me, 'cause what you said to me cut so deep, and now you're dead to me.
Hi, how are you? How's it going? How's your life? What's going on? So today we have my TBR. Is it gross that I'm chewing gum? July is a pretty good month. Okay, I'm gonna say it now. July is perhaps the best month. Do you know why? Because it's my birthday month. Which should be truly a national holiday. And the fact that it's not is like kind of rude. Because like I'm literally like the queen. So it's a bit rude, but whatever. So July is my birthday month. I know. But it's also, in my opinion, like the beginning of summer. I know summer starts in like June, like the end of June, but in my mind, in my world, it starts July 1st. That's the beginning of summer. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I love summer. It's my favorite season for many reasons. Maybe you can guess. Anyway, so for my TBR for this month, I've put together quite the stack of things. I've also made the executive decision, because I am an executive. I mean, obviously you can tell that I am your public defender who is overworked and underpaid, but also just so smart. That's the energy I'm bringing you. I'm bringing you maybe like Howl from Halloween Castle, like towards like the middle of the film when he gets his black hair and he's wearing like those like white shirts. Like that's me. I'll whisk you away. Anyway, okay. I've made the executive decision to start adding manga to my TBR because I need to start reading those bitches to filth. Like I need to. It needs to happen. It's not happening, and so I want to make it happen. So I've also added some manga. And then I'm thinking that like the main theme is going to be like books I said I was going to read and then didn't fucking read. So I have a bunch of books that I've said I want to read and then I never fucking read them. So I'm hoping that me just really sort of sinking my teeth into this TBR video will just enable me, inspire me to fucking read them. You know? I'm hoping that's what happens. But then I also have a bunch of new stuff that I've bought that I want to read. So we'll also be talking about that. And also, of course, we have my Patreon books that I have to show you, because there are smut club picks and horror book club picks and stuff to discuss. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get started. Let's start talking about my TBR. Okay, for our horror book club, we have chosen this book. We were originally going to read another book, but then I was like, you know what? I'm not in the mood. Actually, I changed my mind. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go for this book. And that is Just Like Mother by Anne Hetzel. Look at this. This cover is so fucking creepy. It scares me, to be honest. I'm so excited though to read this. Most people love this. From what I know, this is about two girls who are like in a cult as children. They're raised in this cult, but then they escape, or the cult is like, I don't know, disbanded or something. I don't know how cults work. Maybe the cult gets busted by the police. I don't know. Maybe it's like a NXIVM situation. Anyway, the cult ends. These women grow up. They become, you know, adults. And then they meet again. They're reunited. And one of them works for this company that creates robot babies. That's all I know. That's literally all I know. And that's kind of all I want to know, because I'm really, really excited to read this. I've heard it's very spooky, very scary, and very compelling. And I'm very excited. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have read this. I would love to know your opinion, your thoughts, or if you haven't read it, what you're like anticipating for a smut club on Patreon. By the way, if you want to join the Patreon, the lowest tier is $3. Free. And we do book club discussions. We do reading sprints. There's like exclusive content. There's like extra access content. So if you're interested, there's always a link down below. You can always check it out and join if you want to. Anyway, we have for the Smut Club this book, which I just heard about a few weeks ago, and I literally just added it to the poll on like a whim, and then it won, so I was like kind of excited. Anyway, that is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. First of all, what really sold me about this book, obviously, is the cover. Like, are you joking? The cover Like the pink and the green, this man who's got like a tattoo on his arm, this girl who's just like, you know those like Pinterest girls who have like effortlessly curly, like Kayla from Books on Lala, like that like effortlessly curly, beautiful wavy hair, like frames their face in like the most perfect fucking way, and you're like, literally, how do you do that? I've tried for years, how do you do it? Anyway, it's like that's what this girl is giving me. I'm very excited. I need to chill out. This is about this girl who's in Cape Cod with her brother. They're like literally vacationing. They're having the time of their life. Hashtag, you know, vacay. Hashtag like tan life or whatever. And then they discover a body. I think they discover a body. Okay, a body in their little vacation house. So then this bounty hunter guy shows up and he's like, where is he? Where's the guy? And they're like, what the fuck? And so this girl who is a elementary school teacher and this like bounty hunter guy who's like rough and tumble and you know, they have to like team up together and like solve the crime or whatever. Sounds corny as fuck, but I live for it. I'm here in this place for this. I'm so excited to read it. It also is a very short book, so I think it would be very easy to just sort of like devour it in one sitting. The last book for my Patreon book club, because I have about 16 million book clubs for my Patreon, is this book, which is The Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This is the last book that we're going to be reading for the ACOTAR book club for my Patreon. And I'm so excited for this to be over. I've loved this journey. I've loved being introduced to this world because there are many, many opinions and there's many, many like the fandom. The fandom of this series is absolutely fucking wild. Like talking to people about all the different characters and like what we think and like their like it's a crazy fucking thing. And I love it. I fucking live for it because I love talking shit, especially about fictional people. And as easy as it is to read these books, I'm looking forward to the day where I don't have to read them because they are huge. They're ungodly in their size. Take for instance this book, which is over 750 pages. Sarah Jamal. There has been talk of us reading the Throne of Glass series, but that might not happen for a few months. Just so I can sort of take a breather from Sarah Jamal. Like I need a moment. I need my space. You know what I mean? Like it's not a breakup. It's just a break. Those are the Patreon books. So excited to read all of them. Now let's talk about the books that I need to read because I keep saying I'm gonna read them and then I don't read them. First of all, let's talk about these books, okay? Let's talk about these fucking books. We have Goth by Otsuyuchi, which is a short story collection focusing on two schoolgirls who have an interest in the macabre. They're interested in all kinds of fucked up shit. And I keep initiating that I want to read this, that I'm going to read it, making all these like little vague promises to just the void, to you, and not holding up my end of the bargain. So I do want to read this. I do. And what better month to do it than in July, the month of joy. This fucking cover, dude, is absolutely stunning. I've owned it for maybe 7 years, 6 years, something like that. Like it's been too long. And I need to just stop being a little bitch about it. Do you know what I mean? And then in the same vein, we have Now You're One of Us by Asa Nonami. I started reading this. Same with actually Goth. I started reading this. I never finished it though. And I liked it. I liked the experience of reading it. Why did I stop? Not only that, but like this fucking hair on this book haunts me. Why? Is there a hair? Why do people get squeamish? Why do people get queasy when they think about it? Like, why? I need to know. And also, I've just heard the best things about it. I think what stops me about both of these books is there's no audiobook for them, which is just painful. 10 times out of 10, I want an audio experience. It's come to a point where I'm like dependent on audiobooks. Like, it's not even cute. It's like I need them to be able to concentrate. But maybe I just need to like challenge myself. Anyway, I really want to read this. I'm going to read this. While I was posing for the thumbnail, I dropped the books as I was holding them, and this book's cover got fucked up, and it makes me very, very, very sad because I really love this book. And that is Queen of Teeth by Haley Piper. This is another book that I keep being like, I'm gonna read it. and then I never do. And then I have to like look in Haley's beautiful fucking face and just like know that I've only read one of her books. And like how embarrassing. Plus, this book is about a vagina monster. This book is about vagina dentata. There is no excuse for me. Also, this copy is signed by Haley, who is literally an icon. But anyway, I need to read this. I got to chapter 4. I started reading this too and I got to chapter 4. I need to actually just read it. What better time is there to read about vagina monsters and vagina dentata than like this moment right now? It just makes sense. And then Katie from Miss Katie Colson, Miss Catherine Colson, keeps talking about this book. I keep listening and I'm like, yes, Katie, that book sounds really good, blah, 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 blah. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, bitch, you own that. You've owned it for a while. Why haven't you read it? I want to read it. And that is The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. This apparently is about Kara. Kara is just like newly divorced. She's like, bye. So she packs up and she goes to help her eccentric uncle in his little museum, which is called the Glory to God Museum of Natural Wonders, Curiosities, and Taxidermy. She goes and helps him. And one night while she's like closing up, she's, you know, doing the till thing. I don't know. She's closing up and she finds in the drywall this hole. So her and this guy named Simon go through the hole to see what the fuck's up. And they get through the hole and they come upon this plane of existence that cannot be part of this reality. And they realize that they're in this sort of like hub where there are multiple portals to different realities, different timelines. As they explore the limitless depths of this bizarre and frightening new world, and bear witness to its cryptic warnings, Kara and Simon soon realize there are far more dangers here than first anticipated, for they have stumbled upon a place of unyielding madness and terror, haunted by abysmal creatures that gather strengths from one's innate fear of them. Okay, work. T. Kingfisher had me fucked up about her last book, her first book. I didn't like it. So I was always a little bit hesitant when it came to this, but Katie and the way she talks about it and the way she just like loves it makes me want to love it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a go. Hopefully she doesn't fuck me up again. And then, okay, the last book in this like section is a book that I bought after I read this author's first novel, and that is The Children of the Red Peak by Craig DeLuey. Now, if you were here in 2021, you might have known that I loved Suffer the Children by Craig DeLuey because it was so fucking good. It was so creepy, so slow. I loved it. The Children of the Red Peak is like a completely different book because I believe it focuses on a cult. So basically this is following 3 different people who all sort of live with the same kind of trauma because they all escaped and survived this isolated religious community that was in the mountain of like Red Peak. Years later, they're all like adults and stuff. They're all sort of like doing their thing. And they hear that one of the other survivors committed suicide. They killed themselves. And they're all like, well, fuck me. So they all meet up again to sort of confront their past and share their memories of that final night. But discovering the terrifying truth might put them on a path back to Red Peak, and escaping a second time could be almost impossible. Yes, dude, listen. I love cult horror. I never read cult horror, but I need to because it's some of my favorite. And just based on Suffer the Children, I can't imagine that I wouldn't like this. Let's talk about a few books that are new that I want to also add to my TBR. This TBR is very ambitious, but so am I. I'm a young legal intern and, you know, I'm very smart or whatever. Anyway, I have 3 books. The first one is one that I have not hauled yet because I literally just got it in the mail today, and that is Never Coming Home by Kate Williams. This is like a new release. And this is basically following a bunch of influencers who were like, yes, they invited me to this private island and I'm very excited because I have just like such a huge following on the internet and people love me and blah, 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 blah. All of these influencers go to this like secluded island where they think they're going to get this like all exclusive, like all paid for vacation. But in fact, what it is somebody has invited them there so that they can be fucking murdered. because they want to get their revenge. I'm so excited for this. If it does not end up being gory like other books, which we will talk about later in my wrap up, I will be so upset. I will be so fucking angry. Don't let me down, Kate. I'm so excited. The tagline says, it's not a vacation, it's a trap. I love that. I also love this cover. It's stunning. Anyway, and then I also want to add the stand-in to my TBR, which is by Lily Chu. I want to add this simply because of the cover. That's it. Just the cover. I just want to experience the book because the cover is stunning. Look at it. Oh my god. Literally gog me with a spoon. It's so beautiful. So this is about Gracie Reed, who is doing just fucking fine, okay? Don't ask questions. Sure, she was fired by her, like, really predatory boss, and sure, she can't afford to get her mom into, like, the retirement home that she wants, but she's doing fine. She's happy and she's healthy, and she's mostly holding it together. But then, when a mysterious SUV pulls up, revealing one of China's most, like, notorious, influential, beautiful celebrities, Gracie's world is turned on its head. This celebrity is like, hey, do you want to perhaps switch places? We look uncannily similar, and I would love for you to just, like, be me for a second. It says the catch is Gracie will have to be escorted by Sam, the most attractive and infuriating man Grace has ever met. Love that. I love a good bodyguard romance. That shit's so hot. If it means getting the money she needs for her mother, Gracie is in. Soon Gracie moves into a world of luxury she's never knew existed, but resisting Sam and playing the role of an elegant movie star proves more difficult than she ever imagined, especially when she learns the real reason Fang Li was so desperately needing of her help. In the end, all determination in the world won't be able to help Gracie keep up this elaborate ruse without losing herself and her heart. I'm so excited. It looks so cute. I'm gonna die. Okay, and then I do, of course, want to read A Spoonful of Murder. Like, you saw this coming. You knew that this was coming. Like, it had to go on my TBR. It was literally the law. Again, I've said this a million times, but, like, milk, 2 sugars, and 1 dead body. Like, I'm in. All I want is a cozy mystery, to be honest. Like, that's all I really want. I just want that, like, beautifully easy, fun, a group of retired teachers solving a fucking murder. It's so cute, and I can't wait to read it. Kind of dark, but really cute. Last things last, let's talk about the manga that I want to add to my TBR. I have this one, and I want to read it because I read the first volume. I fucking loved it. And then I bought the rest of the series, which is now complete at 12 volumes. So I have all 12 volumes. I've only read the first volume. I need to get on it, and that is Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. This is about this girl who has this, like, Cinderella obsession. She loves the fantasy of Cinderella. She meets this, like, celebrity guy, and she's like, oh my god, he's like my Prince Charming. It's literally perfect. But then it turns out that he, like, is very pervy and, like, kind of silly, and he has, like, a butt fetish. I loved this first volume. It's so cute. The art is absolutely stunning. I need to just fucking read this. I need to get on it. And then lastly, this manga, and I do want to read it pretty soon because it also seems really cute, and that is Puppy Love. Look at it. Look at it. I bought it mainly for this fucking guy. Like, this little dog. It's so cute. It says, an abandoned puppy saved from the cold by a kind boy, an exhausted salaryman who finds an unexpected respite in the warm smile of a pet store clerk. How do these stories entwine? Of course, in case you didn't know, this is like a boy's love. It's rated older teen, so it actually might be a yaoi, but I don't know. It's so cute. It's so fucking cute. I also think it's just a one shot, so I think it's just the 1 volume. I'm so excited to read that. Anyway, my friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending this time with me. It's been really, really fun. I love filming TBRs. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them, or if you're adding them to your TBR, or just let me know in general what you're adding to your TBR. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit. We talk about creepy shit. We talk about puppy love and spoonfuls of murder and shut. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. I literally look like I should be just like at a private school. You know, I look like I should just be like a businesswoman. A businesswoman. Why do I turn everything into a porn? I need to stop doing that. I went to the thrift store a while ago and I almost bought a briefcase. And I'm like regretting that now because literally I could cosplay as a beautiful businesswoman. Like, I'm a lawyer. Objection, Your Honor. I object.